Now, the main reason that I wrote Becoming You is that I noticed this problem that was going on with the self. And it wasn't just a problem out there in general kind of culture, it was a problem in people in the church, it was a problem in me as well. And it was the reality that our self gets unstable, it gets noisy under the weight of sin, shame, suffering, fear. It doesn't matter who you are, everyone has to grapple with this problem with the self, this instability, this inherent instability in the self. We all wrestle with that. And one of the things I noticed through history is that there are lots and lots of people who have come up with ideas about what it is actually that's wrong, and also remedies about how to fix it. There seems to be no end to people's take on this gnarly problem, and no end to the solutions that people have for it. And the reason why there's no end to it is because it actually goes all the way back to Genesis chapter 3, the fall of humanity. You know, before Genesis 3, the self was content. It was quiet. After Genesis 3, it was screaming, it was writhing, it was unstable. And we all, every single one of us, doesn't matter Christian or not, we all live in the aftermath of that day. And we all live with a self that sometimes is too big, and other times is hiding away in shame and scapegoating and excuses and everything in between. It can be really, really confusing. You know, everyone agrees that there's a problem, but as I mentioned before, people don't always agree on what the remedy is. And unfortunately, I think the church has absorbed the remedies that have been promoted in popular culture. And they've absorbed a lot of them without actually critically thinking about them. And so what we've got, not just in regular culture, but also in church culture, is a great deal of confusion about how to manage and handle the self. Becoming You is the fruit of the doctoral research that I undertook. And the doctoral research really focused on the fact that the stabilisation of the self, the quieting of the self, the helping the self to be content doesn't actually come from curving in on oneself in unhealthy self-focus, unhealthy self-love, but it actually comes from curving away from oneself. You know, it plugs in directly with the fact that we are image bearers by design. We are worshippers by design. We are relational by design. And so it makes sense that the resolution, the stabilising of an unstable self, the quieting of a noisy self, it's going to come by curving away from ourselves toward God and other people. So I invite you to grab a copy of the book and engage with the content in Becoming You and explore how God has designed for yourself to be content and quiet. Explore how God would have you to handle and manage a noisy, unstable self in line with the way that you've been made.